Your father certainly will be remembered as a pioneer in African American history. But when you were growing up, you and your brother, were you aware that he was blazing trails for African Americans? Were you aware of how important he really was?
I think we were. I think we had a sense of being in the midst of an historical time. One of my most powerful memories was when Martin Luther King was killed, and as you know, Washington, erupted in riots and fires. And
So
the
you
way
were
that
6 or almost 6.
yes, and the way that I remember that was that my father couldn't come home because he was, I'm not sure what President Johnson sent him to do to help, but I experienced that both as the city burning literally maybe 10 blocks away from our house and being told that we had to stay in to stay safe, and also that Daddy was doing something important, something helpful, but also that he wasn't there, and we were waiting for him to come back. And then when he came back, he always told us about his work. And so he told us about flying over the city and watching it burning. And we knew at that point already who Dr. King was and what he was trying to do. We knew about Medgar Evers. I mean, that was, I remember so much that because his children and his wife were there, it was in his home that he was killed, that somehow it all seemed tied together, these family men who were trying to just make the world a little more equal for everybody. So, a lot of people called our house wanting help. I learned to take very good phone messages and direct those telephone calls. So, we knew what was happening, and we were proud of what was happening. And at the same time, also, of course, your parents are just your parents, and you want them to play with you and feed you and entertain you, and that they did too.